Hi, I'm Doug Reeves with frequently asked questions from San Bernardino educators about effective grading practices. This is perhaps the most frequent question I receive, not just from educators, but also from parents and community members, and that is, what about the real world? How do grading reforms comport with what students have to do in college and the world of work? It's a very fair question, and I would argue what I'm asking you to do in terms of improved grading practices is exactly related to what college and the world of work is about. We may recall from our own college days lecture halls of 800 students and graded homework and that sort of thing, maybe even grading in the curves. So I would only offer a couple of observations about college. Just because some college professors cling to their toxic grading practices is no justification for us doing it. Moreover, a growing number of colleges are focused on mastery, focused on proficiency, and not the curve. They are focused on giving students multiple opportunities for success and valuing professor feedback. Every professor that I know wants students to ask for help and wants to be able to give them feedback to improve their performance. Indeed, at Wellesley and at MIT, two pretty good schools, they don't even grade first-year students because they got there by getting A's. They know how to get an A. What they don't know how to do is to collaborate. What they don't know how to do is to get feedback and apply that feedback to get better. What about the real world of work? Friends, it's not about getting it right the first time. When I hear people say, well, in the real world, you got to get it right the first time and turn in your work, that may have been true in a textile mill in the 1700s. The real world of today, in technology, in biotech, in every field that I know, is about submitting work, getting feedback from your colleagues and improving it, getting feedback, improving it, getting feedback, improving it. And students who have never had to use feedback to improve their work, who think that it's always right the first time, are completely unequipped for the real world. The real world demands that we collaborate together. It demands that we accept feedback, demands that we are in a process of continuous and constant improvement. And that is exactly what effective grading practices offer. And it is exactly what doesn't happen in a classroom environment where the ethic is get it right the first time or you're just not going to get a decent grade. We need to be evaluating and rewarding students who work hard, who make mistakes, learn from those mistakes, and then apply that learning to their final work product. That's the real world, that's college, that's what we ought to be doing here. Thanks for listening.